Hello, Michelle Erfurt here from the Music Therapy Tween to give you some tips on how to follow up after you attend an event. So when you are attending an event, a networking event, you probably came home with lots of business cards. So the first thing that you should do is that night take down some information on the back of those business cards, and I talked about some specific tips on how to do that in a previous video post, which you can find on my blog. Now I'm going to tell you what you need to do to reconnect with those folks to follow up with the conference or event. What you need to do is follow up by sending them an email. So simple. So here are some simple tips on what you should include in your email to make sure that you really cement that relationship. Number one, you always want to have in your message where you met them or what event that was that you met the person in. If you followed my tips from the previous post, all of this information is on the back of your card. You also want to add in any extra information that you have that will really kind of cement that meeting. Like I was just at a conference, so if I wrote in my email, hey, we met at conference, that might not help that person understand where we actually met or actually help them remember me, because a conference is over a couple of days and there's so much stuff that happens. So I can really cement that relationship by saying, we met at the Tweet Up, or I sat beside you in the panel presentation that we hosted, or something like that. Number two, another thing that you should always put in that email is a compliment, if applicable. Everyone always has time for a compliment, but never give a compliment if you don't mean it, of course, because that's just rude and mean and unprofessional. But really, why would you be contacting that person again if there wasn't something about them that you can give a compliment to? But always add a compliment. Number three, you want to ask that person if you can contact them again, especially if they have information that you want to know. And you will know if that is an information type person because you wrote it on your card. So for example, I know in my professional life, I would like to expand my network of music therapists working in hospice care, because I do that too, and I just need more of a support system. I just know that. So I met a couple of music therapists at this conference that not only do I just generally like them, but we seem to get along, and they have a really good knowledge of music therapy and hospice care. So I really want to try to connect with them so that I can call them in the future if I need any help. So I write that in my email. I write something like, may I contact you in the future if I have any questions about music therapy and hospice care? It's that simple. And if they email you back and say yes, great. And chances are, if their answer is no, they won't email you back. But if they did email you back and say no, that's fine too. Number four, offer help if you can. You will know if there's someone out there who needs your help because you wrote that on your card. That's why that previous post that I put up is so important, because it really lays your groundwork for this follow-up process. It makes it really fast. So you might have met someone that they were talking about something that you can help them with. So put that in your email. I remember you talking about wanting to know about Twitter. I use Twitter a lot, so if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give me an email. It can be something that simple. And then lastly, you always want to put your contact information in there. I don't always put that in the body of my email, because I use a signature that has my websites in there. That's really my main way of communicating with people, through my websites, like the Tween blog, and also through Twitter and Facebook. So I really recommend that your email account should have a signature on it that has that information. I use the website, the third-party website, Ystamp, and it's a free thing, or you can pay for it and get some extra features. But it's great. I especially love it because I can put a picture in it, so I can put my logo on it, which I just think looks sharp. So those are some 5 tips on how to follow up after you attend an event, a networking event, and you get all those business cards. So good luck, happy networking, and I'll talk to you later.